Are you taking chances in your life on yourself, on your goals and dreams? If not, what's stopping you? What's good, everybody? It's your boy ZT, man, back with another episode of E Up, man. I know we've been going for a long time. God been doing some things. Life has been lifing, and I've been growing. Last time y'all seen me, I was what 27, 28. Now I'm a dirty 30 out here, man. It's been a lot of things going on, man. But we back with some good stuff, good new content for y'all. We're gonna talk about the game of chance today, the game of chance. All right. They say nothing happens by chance, but what exactly is chance, y'all? Is it simply the level of probability for a particular outcome? Is it an opportunity given to us by those who deem us qualified? You often hear people plead, give me a chance, as if to say, allow me a chance to prove myself. Or might it be that chance is a string of events lined up by the universe in your favor, what many of us refer to as luck. The dictionary defines chance as a possibility, an occurrence and development of events, and absence of any obvious sign. This is what we typically call accidents or coincidences. To do something despite the risk or fear of uncertainty. This is where our faith and courage typically kicks in. Now, today I want to inspire and motivate those who will receive it to play the game of chance. Now, why? Well, for one, we are constantly taking a chance. Second reason is because chance is always in our lives, even if we don't realize it. And chance of life is small. People often refer to or use the phrase high risk, high reward to make the point that if you want to go somewhere you've never gone, you have to do something that you've never done. And many times that means taking risk. How else would the former slave feel the reward of freedom if they never risked death by taking a chance of life? We take chances always in life, even if we don't recognize it on a conscious level. Some examples of how we often take chances in life that make us vulnerable: being kind to others, offering yourself to someone. We've all had this moment in life where we decided to help a friend or stranger in need and later regretted it. I can recall a time living in New York with my family as a kid in middle school, and me and my dad are, in Harlem on a train station, waiting to go home at the end of the day. Uh, and if for anybody who's been to New York or if you've lived there, in Harlem the train station is high in the air. You can see pretty much most of Harlem, or at least that area, on 125th Street or near 125th Street. And a lady comes up to my dad, being nice and complimenting him on his how good his son looks and whatnot. And this is a homeless woman, and she's basically asking for money. And my dad has, had an experience before of getting played by a homeless person. Because most of us know that, homeless people, while they say they want money for food, they tend to use it for other things. While my dad decided to take a chance on this woman and suggested that she go to a restaurant that we could see from the platform, and she never went there. And I could still remember as a kid, remembering how upset my dad was at himself that he took a chance on someone, right? But we still take chances anyway, and it's good that we take chances. Another way that we take chances that sometimes make us vulnerable is going to and relying on a job, a job, which is a justification of bondage, right? You do what you're told for as long as you're told, as long as they pay you, and they'll sever your services without any notice. And just over broke, job is just over broke when you have enough bills, have enough to pay your bills, if that, but you don't have enough for retirement. Leaving your home is another example. All you have to do is watch the news or read an article on your phone and know that not everybody makes it home every day. Not eating healthy. We all know that bad eating habits can cause a shortened lifespan, or yet have a long, painful elderly life, not making future plans. Sometimes we have things that we want to do in life and just wishing and hoping that it'll come into play, but don't really make any plans for it. And so the chance is even smaller at that. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. But then there's the other side of that where we take chances and it ends up being a return on our investment. Some of the ladies know what I'm talking about, right? Some of y'all have taken a chance on a guy that you weren't too sure about first time you met him, maybe not even on the first date. But that guy ended up being the man that you have always been wanting and needing. We take chances in life when we decide to learn something new. We never imagined ourselves doing this, we never saw ourselves doing this thing. And initially, we were nervous and timid. And all that happened is that we got better at something. And at the very least, we know more than what we did before. Y'all remember them days as kids in school before you went off to college where you took that chance and staying out past curfew and hoping that you'd make it home before your parents would notice or that they wouldn't even recognize that you were gone? Because you wanted to experience a moment with your friends, hanging with the gang, macking and hanging. We knew how much trouble we was gonna get into, that we could get into, but we still took the risk anyway because we felt like it was worth it. Fellas, y'all remember what it was like when you first saw the woman that you with now? Husbands, y'all know what it was before you got with your wives. Y'all was nervous as hell. You might have even had the thought similar to that of, will she even like me, or can I get her? Is it possible? And you took the chance anyway because you knew that the chances of you seeing anyone like her ever again in life were slim to none. Think about that time you and your friends or family decided to take that trip for an amazing experience. Not all the money was there, communication was out of sorts, oil needed to be changed, no insurance on the car, and the person driving didn't have a license. All these things probably didn't, happen all at once, but most of us can relate to at least two of these things. But it didn't dictate how good the trip was going to be. You and your friends or family take that trip, and it's one of the best experiences y'all ever have. That would not have been had y'all been so caught up in the risk. Are you taking chances in your life on yourself, on your goals and dreams? If not, what's stopping you? For most of us, it's fear. I like to quote the fictional character Yoda from Star Wars franchise. Fear leads to anger leads to hate, and then hate leads to suffering. And so don't live in fear and then end up suffering later in life. Chance is always a part of your life. Chance is a constant factor in our day-to-day living that is beyond our control, and chances of our desired result in a particular outcome increases as we engage in the independent variable. You have chance and probability in you coming across this video, right? The algorithms have to play a part in that, and then you have to actually get online and get on the social media. The chance and probability of you making it safely to your destination. You have to make safe decisions, but then there are other things outside of your own vehicle that factor into your safety. The chance of you deciding to be productive today or taking a day off, even though you had planned to be productive. That happens to us all the time when we plan to do something, plan to get something done, and then next thing you know, man, I ain't really feeling it. Chance of you reaching your goals and dreams. There are many people in the world who do the work but don't get the chance. And there are some people who get the chance but don't do the work. And then there's a chance of you meeting the love of your life or your soulmate. Chance is always, always a part of our life. And chance of life is small. Chances are often conditional in circumstance, and life as we know it is no exception. In the heavens, in order for new celestial bodies and star systems to begin, one must end. The fact that both of your parents are alive today while bringing you into this world is a phenomenon. If you don't believe me, just look into it. We live in a very hyper sexual era, if you haven't noticed. And there's no denying that we all like sex, and there's no mystery that most of us don't practice safe sex or good habits, healthy habits prior to engaging in sexual activity. We eat bad food and like to get under an influence and risk our health and well-being of ourselves and the person that we engage in this intimate spiritual act with, and then also that of the life that we can potentially create. Unhealthy practices and circumstances, not all solely to the fault of our own, is a prime factor in men dying during and shortly after sex, and even more women dying during and shortly after childbirth. And just think, after all the generations of all these bad circumstances and bad health, God still gave your life a chance. Your life still had a chance. Imagine the percentage that varies between newborn survival rate during childbirth based on the various health concerns. What's the chance that a child born a pound and 13 ounces, 3 months premature, with the lungs too small for their body, with a hernia in their abdomen, is going to make it? The doctor said for this particular child that the chances are slim, almost zero. But then that child's spirit, God in that child's spirit said, I'm ready now. I will wait no longer. I don't care about what the odds say. I need to live. And that child ended up living, is alive today. Strong and healthy, 30 years old. And a lot of times, this is how many of our spirits are, ready to burst out into the scene and express itself wholeheartedly and unapologetically, but we suppress it because we're in fear of the unknown, which is success, and the inevitable, which is failure. So you don't take the chance. And the reason why I say that is because there's a thing that you're good at that you weren't as good when you first started as you are right now. You had to put in the work to get where you are right now. In order for you to even get to doing that work, you had to take the chance first. Don't forget that failure is a part of the process and necessary for success. And how many of us know that if you don't take a chance, then you automatically fail? Denzel Washington said in a speech that he gave at a graduation ceremony, I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. And he's right. We can all recall a fond memory or even a current predicament where we find ourselves saying every now and then, imagine if we had never, or man, imagine if I had never. We all take chances in life. Why not take one more on yourself? Will you play the game of chance and walk in your purpose, chase your dreams and goals, and truly live? Or will you play it safe and sit on the sidelines and lose? Take a chance and come get you some. All right, that's my time, y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching this video. If you made it to the end and you like the content, please like, share, subscribe, even drop a comment down below. That's our time for today. See y'all when I see y'all. In the meantime, in between time, enlighten yourself, uplift others, and they'll enlighten themselves and uplift you. Peace, love.